What's up? It's Jen Brown. Welcome back to my channel. I'm filming this intro in a different spot than usual because I'm currently editing this video and realized I forgot to film one. So this is the kitchen makeover video. If you've seen my bedroom and sort of like living room everything space makeover videos, this is the conclusion. I'm doing the kitchen. I'm gonna go ahead and get started with that. So for the kitchen kind of to-do list, we'll start in between the living room and the kitchen. A painting that used to be in our bedroom is gonna go here. This one I'm gonna move over and center that over the dining table because here, this is probably what I'm most excited for. I'm gonna take some more of these crates, which if you saw my bedroom makeover video, I built like a shelf unit thing out of those. I'm gonna build another one that's gonna go on top of here that hopefully will kind of make some more room, and maybe we can get a couple more plants just to kind of get some more of these storage basket things, so this is just like a little bit less crowded. This is our dining table. It's staying put, but this is just really old, so I actually just kind of had the idea the other day. I think I might just paint the legs and like this part here. It's like a fine table. It's just like a wooden fold-up table that my parents got for me when I got my first apartment when I moved away to college. So I think it could just use a little bit of an update. I'm trying to remember all the things off the top of my head. I just cleaned the kitchen, so there's a lot of stuff on the counter because I got my mop and dishes that are drying. One of the things I want to do up here is maybe get some kind of, honestly, like a towel rack like this is what I'm thinking, where I could hang like our little spoon holder thing and a bunch of our serving spoons and spatulas and stuff, just because we've only got these two drawers and they're like completely jam-packed with stuff and not even remotely organized. So I'm looking at that. I also, and I'll pop up a picture, but I found some photos on Pinterest of like antique vases and pictures and stuff where we could keep the spoons, and I thought might look cute on the counter, but as you can see, we have a lot of stuff that we keep on our counter anyway, so we'll see about that. Our spice rack is kind of overflowing, so what I want to do is get either a bunch of smaller ones, or if I can find a longer one, that would be cool, but just get like a bigger one that we can put under here to free up all of this space where we keep our spare spices and stuff, just to make room for more storage. I also, in both of these shelves, cabinets, whatever, I want to get some more of, can't really see it because this parchment paper is in the way. Some more of these, they're just like shelf risers to create more space. I want to get some more of those to put in here because there's all this empty space up here that we're just not even using. Let's see, in here, honestly, this is what I'm most excited for. I am going to finally figure out something to deal with our Tupperware lids. I tried to solve that problem a couple years ago with this, which it still has the paper in it that it came with because they all fall out, but you can only fit like a couple of lids in here. So I need to figure out something for all of that because that is just like a nightmare every time I try to organize it. Trying to think of what else. I want to get us a new rug for the floor. This one's just really old and kind of dingy. If I can find one that's not too expensive, I might get a little bit of a bigger one, but we'll see about that. We are going to get a new clock. This one's really old. It's also broken, like the battery, it just won't hold a battery for very long, and we want to get a digital one for in here just because our stove doesn't have a timer. So if we're both cooking in here and trying to use like the microwave timer, it just doesn't work out. This is usually slightly more organized. Oh my god, our pantry looks insane from far away. I've kind of just let it go because I've been waiting to do this organization project. It's also just really full right now, but the main thing I want to do is take care of this shelf. We have a lot of trouble with like bags of things. They kind of get in the way of everything else. So I want to get something that like hangs under here where we can keep chips and stuff like that. Okay, so before I get started with the organizing portion of the kitchen, which will probably just be a time lapse, I wanted to show you guys some of the things that I found to kind of help with that. So the first thing I got is not an organization product, but I got, how is this folded up? This set of picture frames that I thought was really cute. They have these like working shutters on them, which don't really make any sense, but I thought they were pretty cute and I really liked this texture of the frame. The photos are a little bit small, but I mean, we don't really have people over that often, so we know what we look like, so it doesn't really matter if the photos of us are small. As far as like magazine racks that I talked about, I found these. They're just cardboard, which I wish they were something a little bit more substantial, but I liked the sort of marble effect just so that they look a little bit nicer. And metal ones of these are like stupid expensive. So I've taken 3 of these and kind of cut the tops off so that they'll fit in my cabinets. And this is what I'm hoping to put our Tupperware lids in. This was just the best solution I could find. They came in a 6-pack, so you know, I figured there's a couple of places maybe we could use these, so this was like the best kind of overall deal, and I'm sure I'll find uses for them either in the kitchen or in a different room in our house. This, it's not going to be very easy to show you what it looks like now, but you'll see it. This is the shelf that I got. Shelf. And then it has this bar that like hangs underneath it with little hooks on it for serving spoons and stuff. I've had the same hand-me-down spice rack for a million years, and we have a lot more spices than will fit. So this is actually a pack of 6 like wire spice rack shelves. Will one of them come out? So much unnecessary plastic. But I thought these were really great because you can kind of like, okay, this is the back. You can like make it fit your wall and use as many of them as you want and kind of make your spice rack be whatever size that you want. So we're gonna go for like a longer horizontal sort of a thing. So that'll take a little bit of configuring, but I think this is like the best bet. And then this thing I'm really excited about, this set of things. This is just from Walmart, and this was 25 bucks for this 6-piece set of all these different shelf things. And this is like what I was looking for, and these. So this was, again, like the best deal. A set of 2 of these was like 15 bucks on Amazon, and so I got this whole set for 25 bucks at Walmart. So I'm really excited about that because I actually have plans for some of the extra pieces in different rooms in our house. So those are the individual pieces, and now I get to start organizing. I'm losing my words, with screwing in the spice rack that was like kind of a long detour, so it probably really should have only took like 2.5 hours, but 2.5, 3 hours. But I finally got it done. I can put away our clean dishes, clean up this mess, have some lunch, and then later this week I get to start doing the fun stuff of building the shelf thing that goes on top of that and reorganizing that and thrifting for a little bit of decor and that kind of stuff. So the hard part is over, now just comes the fun part. Alright, so I've been out doing a little bit of shopping and running some errands to get some more stuff for the kitchen. You can't see it, but I've got the crates for the shelving unit in the back seat. I've just picked up some purple paint for those. Apparently no hardware stores are selling matte purple paint right now. I've just gone to 3 different places, and I'm hoping this will be okay. I just prefer matte paint. I got this really cute little wire basket from Walmart that I've had my eye on since I was looking for baskets from when I redid my bedroom a couple of months ago. Got a rug for the kitchen. I'm not going to pull it all the way out. Well, I guess I have to if I want to show you this other stuff, but it's a nice bigger one. I like the kind of richer colors and the fact that it's a little bit darker. Won't show as much dirt. New paintbrush because all of mine are really old. I got some of this blue paint to paint the table. And if you ever want to paint stuff in your house, a little hack that I have, got a shower curtain liner. What I usually do is when I need to replace the shower curtain liners in our bathroom, I will buy a new one and then I use the old ones as drop cloths. But if you need one and you get the clear plastic ones, those are a little bit stronger of like the cheap ones. Some of the other ones are like really thin, but like I guess the material they have to use to make it clear is a little bit stronger. So stick all this back in this seat. Those are only a few dollars, so if you need a cheap drop cloth in a hurry, you can either use old shower curtain liners or go get a new one. But they last until you rip them, so they're really good to just have around if you need a drop cloth for anything. Whew, alright, it is muggy outside and I've been running around to way more stores than I expected, so I'm gonna head home. I don't know if I'm gonna do the painting today, but I just wanted to kind of get the materials ready to go for when I'm ready to do that. Okay, so we're back in the kitchen slash art studio. I've got the table and my little shelves set up. I built the crates into shelves yesterday and then took them outside to spray paint it this morning. The color is looking better now than it did outside. I needed like this much more spray paint and I was kind of hoping it would be a little bit darker. So what I'm gonna do is mix up I'm actually gonna use oil paint. Acrylic could probably work just fine, but I didn't have the right colors for that, and kind of like dry brush that onto there to fill in the spots that still need a little bit of paint and to darken it up a little bit. Then I have sanded down the legs and this part of the table to kind of like rough it up enough that it'll take the paint, and I'm gonna go ahead and do probably a couple of coats of that. front of my pretty new backdrop. I'm excited to have maybe another place to film. The kitchen is finally done. I'm really actually glad that I saved this room for last. It took probably the most work. I think I did the most in here, but it was just so fun, and it's been a really fun like start of summer project. I'm so happy with the way this came together. This honestly feels like the first time that I've really designed a whole room. I've always just kind of added bits and pieces to rooms, and like when I redid my bedroom, which I'll stick that video up here if you haven't seen that one yet, but I've always kind of like tweaked things or added pieces or like done a little bit at a time, but we didn't really have much by way of decoration in this kitchen, and so I really was able to kind of, I don't know, it just feels different. It feels more like a whole cohesive thing that I put together. So I'm really proud of it, and I really think it fits our taste and it's functional. There's a lot more storage. We're really happy about moving the record player, and I've got our records down here, which you can't really see, my chair's in the way, but they're just more accessible now. I think this whole thing looks really nice. My cookbooks are in a better spot. We're eventually going to get a less clunky printer, so that'll take up a little bit less space in there, but I'm really happy with kind of like the functionality and the design of this room. I had so much fun putting all of this together. I really hope that you enjoyed it as well. I will stick the links to the other two like house makeover videos that I've done if you want to check those out. If you liked this video and you want to see more from me, please feel free to subscribe. I post on the 1st and the 16th of every month, although this summer I am trying to do some bonus videos, so keep a lookout for those. Thank you so much for watching this one, and I'll see you next time.